Hello, everyone. Welcome back to AI War 2, where we have reached a critical moment. We, of course, have been building up to this for a few episodes. Time to break through in Texarkana, and I've actually decided to take the planet because of radon. We are most definitely going to need more radon before we can afford to defend another planet, and I'd rather not get a balanced fuel station. I'd rather get a radon station. We don't really need the argon or xenon, but this is not really, there's two radon in here, but they're quite close to wormholes. That would be a little bit rough to defend, I think, without just knocking out a bunch of warp gates or whatever. And then we have other options, such as in Misrule, but there's nothing else with it. At least down here we get a fleet, a cloaked flagship, which may or may not be helpful, and some okay ships. Not great ones, but bolster the choke point, take out the planet. So if we're going to take that route, I'm of course going to spawn in Outguard. And one over here, I think. Yeah, okay, one over there. Well, still, 1 out of 2 being a cross system might not be bad. Now, from Kessler Pit is a much better entrance. It's away from the Praetorian. It's away from the Plasma Guard, away from most of the guard posts. We don't have to trigger anything else right away. That's why I came around that direction instead of coming through here. And then we're just going to hop in with everybody and try to create some clearance. And in they go. And I want to eliminate, well, I also want to sabotage this mass driver. I don't want to go tango with that. 11 hacking is a sufficient price for me to get rid of it. And then I want to just create a decent zone of control over here. I'm actually not going to bother chasing because I don't want to get caught up in any scrum. Okay, mass driver is down. Now I'm going to take my snipers, and we're going to knock this out well, not right away, actually. I guess we'll hang out until the Praetorian decides to move. Knock out a few more of these Guardians. It needs to get its force fields off of that command station. That should be good. Now, the point is, if we're going to have the benefit of taking the planet, if we're going to have to pay the price for it anyway, then I might as well knock it out now and get the benefit of building my command station sooner rather than later. Bring everybody in.
Your fate was sealed long ago. The discovery of our master controller is irrelevant.
Yep, they're letting us know that we have discovered their final homeworld on Beleaguer, so no more scouting to do. And normally if you hot drop a command station like this, you're going to go military. We haven't actually upgraded those, so we don't have any particular damage bonuses associated with them. So I'm just going to hang this out right over here. And I want to protect this area, and at least the logistical one will give us some speed benefit.
Damage report. Planet defenses under fire.
Let's make sure that we put up all of our force fields. I don't care about anything else but getting those built right now. There we go. Then acid, pike, subverter, and I could go with some tractors but I'm just going to get the vampire. I'm going to get all my turrets. And that pretty much takes out our radon. So while that's going, we simply hang out in here and try to protect this as much as possible.
There's going to be a lot of scrap left for me to clean up.
Just build the turrets. Now, I don't want to leave this command station up indefinitely. It gets a little tricky there, because if we were to claim this, then we wouldn't be able to defend it. We just lose it. So I just want to get my turrets up. Feeling pretty good on that. Now you stop trying to claim other things, please. Just turn you off for now. And the rest of this, I'm going to stay on standard speed until I'm confident it's under control. But we want to just cleanse the system gradually. We're still pretty significantly outnumbered. And an outguard, if this were to last another 3 minutes, we could then call in some more, but hopefully we'll have things under control by then. We will see. Spider Guardian, let's get rid of you. You're a good target, Tractor. Another Tractor. So this is, I mean, we're not running them over by any stretch. We're keeping our full ship complement, and I think we're gradually easing it down, but they're putting up a good fight. Alright. These Retribution Guardians. Wouldn't mind doing that. Seem to be locked in place a bit much here, though. Okay. There's just tractors going both directions, and I can't tell what is what at this point. But I think we probably just want to aim into this throng that we're a part of. About that dire plasma. I assume that went down? I'm not seeing it. Like, everybody's locked in place by tractors and not a whole lot is happening, but the numbers are gradually going our direction. More Tractor Guardians here. Can we hit them at all? That freed us up a bit. For the moment, at least. And once again, Tractor Guardians going against us. So this is just a slugfest. There's no two ways around it. It's just a grand melee, pretty much. But we're not losing any significant amount of ships here at all.
This is not a drill, people.
Alright, a couple more of them down.
All hands, critical stations.
There is nothing more for the science team to analyze in the system.
Corrosive down. There's a nice mess of Guardians right in this area. Maybe we chew through some of them. We might feel better about ourselves.
Fire on my command.
Definitely turning our way. But it almost feels like there's a stasis field over this entire thing, and we're just grinding it. Is that another? Yeah, switch back. There's so many tractors, literally, that nobody can move. This is just so weird. What about that heavy beam? Can we hit that at all? I think we're locked in so much that we can't really maneuver. Yep, and the phantasmal decoys, when they flip those, that doesn't help us either. Looks like we're gradually clearing them out. The question is, how many of them are there? I mean, it continues to switch our direction. You know what? I'm doing this again just to try to flip this our way a little faster.
AI fleet inbound on critical planet.
That should not be a problem. We can call an outguard that should be able to handle that. And if it's not,
Constructed a new instigator base.
perhaps rush back. Okay, that's not too far away. Just gonna spawn hunter ships. Those we can clear up.
Bring all systems online. We'll end this.
Starting to clear up enough for me to at least see a little bit what's going on. We've got still some more of these though. Okay, there it just broke. A big section of it just broke. Scout guard pummeling away. So if this had been much tougher, you can easily see that we would have lost this fight. But thankfully that did not happen. And I think I'll take my tackle drones.
Is that the strongest ship you could find?
No, it wasn't. It just was convenient at the time. Let's go ahead and make sure that Compost Mentis gets some assistance. Because everybody else should be able to handle this. Particularly if we take our new flagship and let that go pursue.
Commencing barrage.
Hostile ships detected on critical planet.
Yep, help is coming though.
Targeted on target like this. Hold still.
Where is our reserve fleet at? Almost there. I think that's the fight I want to focus on at the moment. Yep, another CPA coming. We'll worry about all that in a bit. But I think that we should have enough firepower here. Okay. Come on. Let me hit the guard post.
Begin firing as soon as we're in range.
It's the last one, is it not? Yep.
The AI is targeting a critical piece of our infrastructure.
Integrity test.
So our AI reduction, we still have a dozen. Now we're going to go ahead and claim this now. We're going to get rid of you. Get rid of these turrets. Going to move all of them to a more appropriate location. Rebuild everything right on top of this. Knock out the warp gate next door. And then we have to consider what comes next. This CPA is going to be incoming. We have a CPA bunker here. I know that I think there's one in each of these two planets. My next conquest target is going to be here for a couple reasons. One is it's just a natural choke point. Might actually be a little fun to defend, but it also will split up the forces of the two AIs. So that we'll only be dealing with, we fight in any particular direction, we're only going to be dealing with Warden from one of the AIs at a time. And I think that should really help us out. And then this will give us reach into a lot more areas. We've got the Spire archives. We got two of them over here. We're going to want to find, for example, there's a data center here. Some more distribution nodes we can hit. We're going to want to find a decent location to come in to try to attack this. There's 3 Bastion worlds over here, as opposed to the one in the Turtle AI. So all of that is going to be coming up. Might want to use a bit more science. And I think from this stage on, I mean, surviving the next CPA could be a little bit interesting. We should be able to handle it though. And hopefully we can compress everything towards this end. And I also definitely want to get a defensive fleet set up. So I've got lots of work to do. But I think that we are perhaps turning the corner finally. We shall see. Thanks for watching, everyone. More AI War 2 will continue, and we will see if the 6-hour CPA is something that causes us any more problems.